let's cover what I think could be the hottest stocks right now.
Welcome back. We are going to cover some of the hottest stocks right now. And the first thing you need to know is it's going to be cyclical stocks. So a cyclical stock is one which follows the business cycle. You know, when the economy does well, these stocks tend to do well, and vice versa. So just take a look at this. This is the business cycle here. Quickly guess, where do you think we are? Okay, so my guess would be 2020. After everyone had that terrible flu, we're down here, and we're now on the road to recovery. Interest rates are still high, which means, you know, credit isn't available to everyone. Most purchases these days, you know, people are purchasing with credit. But this year, interest rates will be coming down, and this recovery will continue. Now, clearly you don't want to buy at the top. Buying here during the recovery phase is fine. I have been buying since here. The reason I haven't said is because I haven't had YouTube for that long. So anyway, cyclical stocks. Let's take a look. EasyJet, for example. Where's 2020? Down here. Spiked up to, what's that, 921? And now we're currently trading at 547. And this year we're expected record number of passengers again for this summer across all European airlines. So personally, that would be my first target. I am buying EasyJet stock already. So 921 is what I'm going to be targeting. Let's look. This is from the Financial Times. Despite economic gloom and high ticket prices, they're expected to do well. So the reason ticket prices going up doesn't matter too much is because, yeah, inflation's hurt every area of the economy, but wages have also been increasing across Europe and the US. So this here is taken directly from my course. It's available if you want to purchase it. So cyclical stocks, we cover non-cyclical stocks. So yeah, the idea with a cyclical stock is you want to purchase them as cheap as possible when the economy is doing bad. And I've given you this example here. This is EasyJet as well. Back after the financial crisis, you know, big slump, consolidate for a while, and then as soon as people start to get money again, boom, look at that. From below 500 up to the record highs of, you know, what's that, 1600 probably over here. And again, perfect example. Now on to Rolls-Royce. I'm not going to spend too long here because I personally think it's too late to be buying this stock. But look at this, at the start of 2023, all the way down here below 100. Again, absolute bull run. 308 we're at currently. Tripled your money in a year. And that's the power of cyclical stocks. They are more volatile. So at some point, you know, this will crash. Naturally it happens. Every time we go up, we come down. So this is one I've firmly got on my radar. The next time we get a decent drop, I will be buying this stock. On to the next stock. We're going to cover a couple more. Good old Starbucks. Now this to me, it almost looks like a graph of the SP 500. As you can see, bullish impulse, correction. Again, 121-ish is the all-time high. We're at 97. So you could still look at potentially a 20% gain or more if we continue past that this year. Now, cyclical stocks can also further be broken down into durable and non-durable. So Starbucks, EasyJet, these are non-durables, you know. A non-durable is classed as something that is used or doesn't have a very long life, usually less than 3 years. So, you know, you buy your Starbucks or your EasyJet ticket, it's used. Whereas if you go on to, let's say, DFS furniture, buying furniture, these are durable. You know, if you buy furniture, it's expected to last more than 3 years, and it can be used as an indicator of the economy. Now here you would say this is pretty flat, but this also represents a great buy opportunity, and you don't just buy because the price is low. You need to look into, you know, the company's financials. Here looks like the all-time, let's go to the max, all-time low here. Highest it's been up at 350, we're down at 114. You know, for me this is a nice buy. This is something I'm going to look further into, and again I'm not going to be targeting anything crazy like up here, but say 160 from 114, that's going to be a nice little gain. And finally we'll go on to one more stock, Intel, you know, the ones who are making your computer chips more than likely. Well, certainly they make a lot anyway. It's following the same story. Look, year to date, slowly creeping up and up. You could call this a little pullback and another time to buy. All-time highs, what's that? $62-ish. And again, I like to target not the highs, but say 60. We're at $43 now. Any potential weakness, that's an area I'm going to look to buy into. I wouldn't just jump head first in at this level, but if we get some sort of pullback, they've got a lot of projects over the next 2 to 3 quarters which they need to deliver on. You know, we could go to all-time highs. They face a lot of competition. Whilst we're here, look, we'll take a look at Nvidia. Now this is going to look absolutely ludicrous. Look at this. Who in their right minds could be buying Nvidia at this price? Certainly not me. I guarantee you, give it a few years, this will come crushing back down to earth. It's going to sink. And I'm not saying they're a bad company, but on a stock price valuation like this, you can't be serious. It's like the people who wanted to buy Tesla at the top, AMC, all of the Wall Street bets, guys. Don't be buying into this hype. Okay. Now let's just look at the SP500 very quickly. What you're looking at here is the SP500 at all-time highs. In a previous video a few weeks ago, I mentioned we could be having a little bit of a triple top here, pull back into either minor or major support. We barely even tapped down into this level, look, and here we are, 5,029, all-time highs. Let's go to monthly time frame. Look at that. Get rid of that. Down here, October 22. And down here, 2020, COVID. Like, it's absolutely insane. Now, the SP500, it's very hard to call because every time we get a recession, it's going to crash and give you a better buy opportunity. But this is just something you want to buy slowly and consistently over years and years. You know, I'd much rather be putting my money into this than paying into a pension, that's for sure. Now, that'll be all for this. Hopefully you've got some ideas in your head about cyclical stocks and the money that can be made. You know, you might have some better ideas, some different stocks. If you've got some great ones, mention it in the comments and I'll let you know my thoughts. Take care. Let's make some money.